Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. All right, happy August. I got some anniversaries coming up this month, actually. Back in August of 2008, I started school at Rochester Institute of Technology, where I got my PhD. 2 weeks before I had started school, I was living with my family in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. One day, my mom and I disagreed about something silly, and I decided I could ride my bicycle all the way from Pittsburgh to Rochester. I was very daring at the time. I made it all the way. We lived in a suburb of Pittsburgh called Murraysville. I made it all the way to Kittinning, but the wind turned on me. It's very difficult to ride against the wind, and so I headed back toward downtown Pittsburgh. And I made it to. My mom owned a bakery at the time. I made it to her bakery, and by that time we had resolved some differences, and I had an adventure to share with my family, and that was good. So a lot of bad things happen for good reason, right? I had a little bit of an adventure, all because of a disagreement so minor I can't even remember what it was about, right? And so this year, obviously, the terrible thing that has happened to me, at least at the moment, terrible, was that you guys know I'm an artist. I was working with bismuth, and the price went sky high because of Donald Trump's tariffs and the trade wars and all that. But I was just thinking how fortunate it is that I took this break away from working with bismuth. Got to remember, I didn't travel for quite a number of years. The pandemic didn't help, but more importantly, I was worried about missing networking opportunities back home, and also I didn't want to spend money because I was pouring all of my money into my bismuth art for 2 years. I didn't want to blow money on anything else except for the bismuth. Starving artist kind of mentality. Give you an idea, I would get into all sorts of drama. I was sick with COVID 19, and I didn't want to order delivery, and I would drag myself out, hot weather, get into drama. You guys know the story. I didn't have very much of a dating life, in large part because of, well, it wasn't the only reason, but that was a big reason. And but I amassed 3 tons of bismuth, and then Donald Trump took my art career away from me, and instead this is my second trip to Taiwan in 8 months, and I've been more eager to network, although I'll probably take a break from networking over in the US and focus my attention here on Taiwan. I explained this in my recent videos.
We are now arriving at
Had the tariffs not happened, had we reelected Joe Biden, I'd still be a starving artist, and I'd have nobody to share it with, and I'd probably be miserable. I'd still be dragging myself out when I had COVID and giving other people COVID and all the other fun stuff. And I might be going to art shows and doing that, but I'd have nobody to share that life with, right? So bad things tend to happen for good reason now that I think about it. I'm not so upset about the tariffs on bismuth anymore, and besides, they'll probably end when I least expect it, and before I know it, I'll be making 1 pound, 1 ton of gold bismuth Buddha, or maybe gold one if the bismuth tariffs continue and I trade that bismuth for gold, right? Imagine if it went to like a 1-to-1 ratio or something like that, right? I can't wait to pivot my art to gold at some point, if that were to come to pass, right? Or some other metal, right? Who knows what? Or maybe next Maybe next I'll hit it big with the Lego ideas, and Lego will send me like billions of Lego pieces to play with, and I can do something really big, right? Or any number of things could happen. Right now that I think about it, this is the Peter Dislike, the Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum.